Welcome back, everyone. It is the legendary One Piece. I think it's impossible not to know that title and at least the images of those characters, particularly the main guy, Luffy, in his straw hat, the Straw Hat Pirates. I've never read a single One Piece. I've never seen the live action remake either, but I am familiar with that name and that concept. You know, the boats and it's everywhere. It's iconic.
The boats in the water.
Yes,
and
the pirates were. But so something I discovered at the beginning of the article, they explain the meaning of the title, which I didn't know because I've never read the comics. One Piece refers to the legendary treasure that the king of the pirates mentioned right before he was executed. So the main guys are on their hunt for this missing treasure with the hopes that they will become the next king of the pirates.
Good luck, Luffy.
Good luck, Luffy. Another kind of amazing thing I discovered was that he still hasn't found the legendary treasure. That original storyline is still going on after...
It's been a lot, over 1,000 episodes of the TV series, even more of the comic, and I think it was 1993 when it started, 7 when it started?
Gosh.
And it's been like 30 years almost.
That's a long search.
Yeah. It's like almost as old as I am. Come on, Luffy. At this point, I was encouraging you. No, not anymore.
Have you not checked every single corner of the earth by now? But I guess they keep it fresh and interesting because they keep bringing in new characters. And there's the 5 core sort of pirates who are searching for things, not always the treasure. One of them's searching for some particular sea.
Oh, yeah.
The All Blue Sea. And
like
somebody's searching for a creature.
Yeah.
One of them wants to be like the bravest warrior, and they've all got different, I suppose, searches or quests that they're on, and there's lots of new characters to keep it interesting. Then the article goes on to talk about the live-action remake, which everyone was a bit nervous about.
Yeah.
How are they going to manage the fact that the main character, Luffy, is a sort of stretchy person, and some of the more sort of supernatural elements. But now the movie's come out, it's been really well received. People were very happy with casting choices, and they think maybe one of the reasons it's so good or so true to the comic books is because the original writer is an executive producer and on the film, and he's had a lot of involvement. So I guess he can keep a bit of creative control and steer them in the right direction. So yes, highly successful movie. TV show, sorry. So I guess I feel like I've already sort of answered, you've sort of answered this question already, but maybe you know the names. You know, what Japanese comic books or animations are you familiar with? Do you at least know names of some?
I have watched anime before. I've never done the comic books, but I have watched anime. The biggest one I watched and the first one I watched, and probably my favorite, is Inuyasha. You probably even know that name.
I don't.
Okay. And that's about it. I have watched a few others, like Full Metal Alchemist.
I've heard that name.
Yeah.
I've heard that name.
Things like that. So I am familiar with them, and I'm familiar with the names, like One Piece or Steins Gate, things like that. I'm like, oh, I've heard that name before, but I have never seen them.
What's the basketball one?
Slam
Dunk?
Slam Dunk.
Yeah.
I was going to say hoops.
Close. Again, I've never seen it, but I'm just very familiar with the characters. It's so popular here.
Yeah, I two things that don't gather my attention much are probably animation and sports. And combining the two is like, I will probably never watch that.
Does Hello Kitty count as an anime? Has
it
she
is
ever been a comic?
An animation, which... You're right, I have no clue.
Okay.
Hello Kitty is definitely part of it.
Hello Kitty, of course. How can you not know Hello Kitty? So as the article mentioned about this trend that almost every popular animation has been made into a live action. So do you believe that this trend is a good idea? Should all of these animations be made into live action, or is it kind of unnecessary?
The track record of live action, animation to live action or comic to live action is very poor. Very, very poor. And maybe the reason why this one is better is because it has the writer as an executive producer. So if you're going to do a live action, you have to do it right. or else don't do it at all. I have heard so many people be so disappointed with all these, and it's costing companies a lot of money to produce this, and then everyone hates it. So like, either do it right or don't do it at all is my answer.
Yeah. Although I feel like now Marvel have been so successful, everyone wants to be Marvel.
What's the next Avengers?
Yeah, who's going to be the next Avengers? DC keep trying and failing and failing and failing. But they're still making money, they're still turning a profit, so they're closer than most.
Just can't hit that recipe.
Yes, it's hard. It's hard not to disappoint. So, while I set my aspirations to perhaps one day read some animation, you guys go and check out the vocabulary. Try and absorb your favorite words and put them into action, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Encapsulate.
Encapsulate.
Execution.
Execution.
Proclamation.
Proclamation.
Aspiration.
Aspiration.
Disjoin.
Disjoin.